The village of Willow Creek was small, its inhabitants bound by generations of shared stories and the looming presence of the Grey Mountains. Life here was simple, its rhythm dictated by the changing seasons and the echoes of the past. It was here in this secluded haven that Victor and Eliza's love story began. Victor, a blacksmith with hands hardened by fire and a heart warmed by Eliza's laughter, was instantly smitten by her. Eliza, with her eyes as blue as the summer sky and a spirit as free as the mountain wind, saw in Victor a kindred soul, a man who understood her unspoken words and cherished her dreams. Their love was the talk of the village, a beacon of joy that lit up even the foggiest mornings. They would wander through the forest hand in hand, their laughter mingling with the rustling leaves. Or they would steal moments under the twilight sky, lost in a world woven from shared hopes and dreams. Their love story, however, like the mists that often descended from the mountains, held within it a chilling premonition, a sense of foreboding that hinted at the darkness that lay ahead. A change came over Willow Creek. It arrived not with a roar, but with the silent creep of the fog that began to linger longer, seeping into the very fabric of their lives. This pervasive mist seemed to settle over Eliza first. Her once vibrant laughter became subdued, her eyes losing their sparkle. The joy she found in simple pleasures, a walk in the woods, the warmth of Victor's embrace seemed to fade, replaced by a growing distance. She became withdrawn, her silence a heavy shroud around Victor's heart. Victor, bewildered and hurt by the shift in Eliza, tried to bridge the chasm that had emerged between them. He brought her wildflowers, their once shared symbol of love, but they wilted, unappreciated, on her windowsill. He spoke of their future, a future they had woven together with hope and laughter, but his words were met with a chilling silence. Doubt, like a venomous serpent, coiled itself around Victor's heart, whispering suspicions he desperately tried to ignore. The villagers, their lives as intertwined as the roots of the ancient trees in the Grey Mountains, whispered of a change in Eliza, a darkness that had settled over her. The truth, when it finally unraveled, was more devastating than Victor could have ever imagined. Eliza was in love with another. The whispers he had tried to silence now screamed in his ears, each syllable a fresh wound to his soul. He confronted her, his voice trembling with a mixture of pain and disbelief. Eliza, her eyes downcast, offered no excuses, no justifications. She simply confirmed what his heart already knew. Their love was gone, vanished like the morning mist under the harsh glare of the sun. Despair threatened to consume Victor. The pain of Eliza's betrayal was a physical ache, a constant weight on his chest. Nightmares haunted his sleep, each one a cruel reminder of the love he had lost. The laughter they had shared echoed mockingly in his ears. But as days bled into weeks, despair curdled into a bitter, all-consuming rage. The fire that had once fueled his passion for Eliza now stoked the flames of vengeance. He would not let her go unpunished. He would make her hurt as she had hurt him. Consumed by his thirst for revenge, Victor began to withdraw from the world, seeking solace in the shadows of his workshop. He hammered away at his anvil, the rhythmic clang a testament to the storm raging within him. He was determined to find a way to make Eliza pay, even if it meant venturing into the darkest corners of his soul. The whispers started subtly, carried on the wind that howled down from the Grey Mountains. Whispers of an ancient magic, dark and powerful, that resided deep within the heart of the woods. Magic that could bend the will of others and exact revenge on those who had wronged you. At first, Victor tried to ignore them. He was a man of logic and reason, a blacksmith who dealt in the tangible, not in whispers and shadows. But the whispers persisted, growing louder with each passing day, fueled by his despair and simmering rage. One night, under the pale glow of a waning moon, Victor succumbed. Driven by a desperate need for retribution, he abandoned the familiar comfort of his workshop and ventured into the heart of the forest. The trees, gnarled and ancient, seemed to close in around him, their branches like skeletal fingers reaching out to bar his way. Deeper and deeper he ventured, the air growing heavy with the scent of damp earth and decaying leaves. The whispers grew louder, guiding him forward into the unknown. Fear, sharp and cold, gnawed at the edges of his resolve, but it was no match for the burning need for vengeance that fueled his every step.